Alright, we have to talk about the 8th pick of the NBA draft with the Brooklyn Nets selecting Egor Demin. And I know people are giving this draft selection a really low score. I personally would have liked to see Kaman Maluak in a Brooklyn Nets uniform, especially since we also got Danny Wolf at 27th. I feel like those two could have both been raw prospects that could have developed into the front court of Brooklyn's future. However, I am here to say that I think Egor Demin is going to be a great player. Is he more of a boomer bust raw prospect? Yes. I personally think that Jordi Fernandez is going to need to get Demin into a weight room. I do have questions with his ability to drive. His shooting form is at best streaky at the moment. However, looking over some of the clips, I don't know if I'm allowed to show them, so I'm not going to, but looking over some of the clips, there are moments where his jumper looks really fluid, but then there's a lot of times where he kind of has this hitch or this pause on his upwards release. That being said, it does look like the Nets are trying to really figure out who their point guard of the future is going to be, which was their primary objective of this draft. So I think it makes sense for them to get a more figured out prospect in Nolan Traore, who has a better floor, a boomer bust prospect like Demin here, and even just taking a swing at Ben Surratt and seeing what he can do. That being said, I am really looking forward to seeing how Demin improves. I think his upside can very much well be like prime Ben Simmons, maybe less defensive oriented and more of a spacer or more willing to space from the three-point line. But let me know what you guys think. This has been Above the Net, and